Importing and merging models into your Mastercam part files is a frequent task for building out fixturing and assemblies. File merge saw some time-saving updates introduced in Mastercam 2021 and builds upon that with even more new features for Mastercam 2022. We'll go over these changes on our caliper bracket part now. I have several models I need to merge into my part file, so let's open up File Merge and get right to it. I'll change my file type filter to All Files and take a look at what's in my folder structure here. I have a custom fixture I've built that's in a Mastercam file, a Lang vise model as a parasolid, an STL or a mesh file of a production stock model, and a tooling ball file as a step model. Previously, I would have had to import these files one by one into my part model, which even with only 4 files to import can get pretty tedious. In Mastercam 2022, I can either control-click or shift-click all of these files at once and then select Open. I'll make sure I'm merging all my imported files onto the active level and then take a look at the merge preview here. Mastercam handles the import of all of the different file types simultaneously, and I've now merged in all models at once. In this example, most of my fixtures in stock were all pre-positioned to come in at the right locations. But if dealing with imported models with inconvenient origins, we always have the choice to reposition single components or groups of components directly within merge pattern before finishing up. Let's click OK to finish up this merge. I can see that my Lang vise is in the wrong origin, but because it's overlapping with other elements and there are many smaller bodies in each fixture, it's now difficult to do something like window select only the Lang model to move it to its final location. Also, because I merged in all of these files at once, they're all on the same level, preventing me from easily separating the components by turning level visibility on and off. This is a very common problem with imported models. To address this, we'll use another feature of Mastercam, Groups. From my Quick Select masks on the right-hand side of my graphics window, I'll click Select All Named Group Entities. This brings up the Groups pane. Here I can see 4 named groups which correspond to the 4 different files I just merged in. Merging a file automatically creates a group named after the imported file name containing the group entities. Clicking on each one of the group names, I can see the entities it contains highlighted on my screen. I'll click the Lang vise group and then click OK to close the group pane. With my vise entities selected, I can now right-click in the graphics window and move them all to their own level. I already have a level 100 group prepared to transfer these entities to. Doing this with each group that I merged in will allow me to easily sort and manage my components and fixturing. We can also merge entities into a Mastercam file directly from Windows Explorer. If I bring up my folder containing my files, I can shift-click to select them all, then hold down Control and drag them over my Mastercam window to drop them into my model. I must hold down Control here to merge a file, whereas simply dragging the files into Mastercam without holding Control will try to open them in a new part file instead of merging them into an existing file. Mastercam 2022's merge additions are designed to make working with large file sets easier, saving you time and letting you get to the real work rather than sweating the details.